Everyone. We are from Feeding America. To start off with, we'll have a short video to begin.
I knew you were going to say that as soon as you're going to have to wait now, sis.
I'm just starving. We don't get the 3 meals a day, like breakfast, lunch, and then dinner. When I feel just hungry, I'll feel like I'm so sad and all droopy, and then I'll feel weak, and then some in the mornings I'll be so starving, but then I'll be I need some food, but then I'll get but then I don't think of food, and then I'll just think of something else, and then I'll not be hungry anymore.
There's good days and bad days. Sometimes when we have cereal and we don't have milk, we have to eat it dry. Sometimes we don't have cereal and we have milk. It's often switch swap. Sometimes when I switch the channel and there's a cookie.
So this is one of those many cases that is being faced by many Americans in the US. So this is what we are fighting against, and this is why we think we should get this $25,000 from Grant Foundation. So today, in the preview, we will talk about 2 main sections. The first is problem section, second is solution section. Main problem, hunger. Second problem, food wastage. And solution is to establish a food bank in Topeka, Kansas. So the first problem is hunger. Now you might have seen this picture, and it might be funny for many of us, but in reality, people are not getting food to eat. This lack of getting food for not having proper resources is called food insecurity, and this is being faced by many households in the US, including Kansas. Now, what's the difference between these people and animals around there wandering around in search of food? People, especially children, are not getting food even 1 time a day, and they're striving and they're dying because of this. Here are some of the hunger statistics that I would like to show to support my claim. According to Feeding America organization, 1 in every 7 people struggle with hunger in Kansas. According to No Kid Hungry organization, 13 million kids are not getting food for their nourishment. Kansas childhood poverty rate is 19%, whereas US childhood poverty rate is 22%. We are living in a developed nation, but we are still facing this lagging problem. We were facing this problem before, we are facing this problem now, and we will be facing this problem in the future if we do not take specific steps and measures. And to a bigger picture, according to Kansas Association of Community Action Programs organization, poverty rate of Kansas is 14%, whereas national poverty rate is 15%. So the next problem is food wastage. So according to Feeding America organization, around 70 billion pounds of food is being wasted in America every year, which accounts for 40% of the total food in the US. So according to Kansas City Star, an average restaurant can produce 150,000 pounds of wasted food every year. And most of this wastage comes from educated class people who, after gaining sufficient knowledge about food and hunger, are still committing this mistake. Now we have already seen a water crisis around US, and it is striking millions of people in US. So if we continue to waste food like this, then we will have a food shortage in the nearby future. Now I'll ask my friend to talk about the solution part of this.
All right, so our main solution that we came up with was to implement a food bank in Kansas. There's one food bank in Wichita, but that's not going to cover any of the east side of Kansas, so we think that there should be one implemented in Topeka. And last year, Feeding America distributed 4 million meals to hungry Americans. And we have 200 food banks already and 600,000 food pantries, which is just really good meal programs to help feed the needy. And then we think that Kansas needs to have a food bank because of the statistics that he talked about earlier, and 1 in 7 Kansans is going hungry. So, and then the food wastage. There's 2 billion pounds of edible food that we serve to needy people, which might have gone to waste. And we compare that to the number that he said. There's 70 billion pounds of food already being wasted in America. So if everyone just save that food, then it would definitely help in increasing this number to make it like that's 68 billion pounds of food that could be used to feed people, but is not being used. And one thing that we wanted to talk about was food safety. It's really important to Feed in America, and we respect all the food safety guides of the government, and the staff is really well trained. And then we want to talk about the emergency actions of having a food bank in Topeka. If there was ever like a huge tornado in Kansas, which really left people like without food, then Feed in America would send people from Topeka to the near locations to help them in that time of need. And so that's another one of the reasons that we definitely think that Kansas needs one. And then also to educate people about Feed in America does a lot of campaigns and other public activities to promote like saving food. And if we just got restaurants to save more food and like everyone as a whole to save more food, we would be able to feed a lot more people that go hungry. And 3 programs that we have are the mobile food program, which that sets up truckloads of food to people that they can come and get groceries and like household needs that they need. And then there's the school pantry program, which is implemented in Kansas already. They've got where there's a free and reduced school lunches so kids don't go hungry during the day. And then we have the senior grocery program, which is for elderly people that might have high health care costs and they're not able to pay for all their food. So it's really nutritious food and good for their health. So. And then to conclude, we have a little quote here: "Is food was 2 days old and hunger was 3 days old. So hunger turned out to be older than food. So please save food."